Hey everyone, today we're reviewing the Samsung Q7FN QLED TV, a TV that has garnered a lot of interest, I think, because it looks like it offers a lot of what you would find in Samsung's flagship TV this year, the Q9FN, which, by the way, we raved about. So if it can offer a lot of that performance at a significantly lower price, that makes it kind of a big deal. I also want to compare it for you to the Sony X900F and also the Vizio P series, because they both offer really great performance at a similar price point. So we're going to make those comparisons. We're going to take a look at what makes this TV unique and pull it all together for you at the end. Let's get to it. Let's start with a couple of design points, and the first thing you notice is the stand. It doesn't have that typical two-leg stand that we see so much of today. From a design point, you either love it or hate it, but practically speaking, it takes up a lot of room because it juts out well behind and well in front of the TV. The bezel, though, is just as trim as the Q9FN, and it's actually a thinner panel, so it's more sleek, and that's because it's edge-lit, not full-array local dimming, and we'll dig into that a bit more later. Just like the Q9FN, it comes with the One Connect box and the One Connect cable, and yes, it does deliver power up that cable. So if you're wall mounting this, you're pretty stoked about getting to just run this one invisible cable and probably just skip poking holes in the wall and running power up to the TV. It also supports Samsung's no-gap wall mount, so this TV is going to look extremely slick on the wall with its thin profile. The remote is essentially the same as the Q9FN, but it's black plastic instead of metal. The metal feels better, but hey, this is hardly a compromise. Under the hood, the biggest difference is in the backlighting technology. It's edge-lit, top and bottom, and typically that means lower peak brightness for high dynamic range video, but as I'll discuss later, the Q7FN does not struggle to deliver impressive HDR highlights. Now, this may sound a little controversial, but I didn't bother to count the dimming zones, though I did run some dimming zone tests, mostly to see how the TV's local dimming behaved. See, I'll take better local dimming processing over more zones any day. I've seen TV with far more zones handle themselves far worse than the Q7FN here. So let's leave the zone count out of the conversation and focus on how well the TV performs. The Tizen interface is, of course, here, and with it comes all kinds of advantages, including device recognition, automatic input labeling, and remote control programming. Now, gamers, I want to talk to you for a second. The Q7FN supports FreeSync for variable refresh rates on AMD graphics-equipped PCs and the Xbox One S. To make use of the new FreeSync mode, you've got to head into the TV settings menu, followed by General, go to External Device Manager, Game Mode Settings, and ultimately you select FreeSync. You've got to set it to on, and then you have the option to choose Ultimate, which has a range of 48 to 120 Hz, or Basic, which supports 90 to 120 Hz. But here's the thing, keep in mind, you only get 120 Hz at 1080p and 1440p. So if you're playing in 4K, the max refresh rate is going to be 60 Hz. Also, gamers, auto game mode is available here. So the TV will sense when you're playing a game and automatically switch into game mode to minimize input lag and turn on variable refresh rate. Input lag on this TV is actually better than the Q9FN, though just a little bit in most cases. What's astonishing is that in 1080p with VRR turned on, it's down under 7 milliseconds, which is just incredible. In 4K with VRR, it's under 16 milliseconds. So if you're a gamer, there's a lot to love about this TV. Okay, so now for the good stuff. Picture quality. While I will admit that the Q9FN is a better TV for video files, especially for people who watch TV in a super dark room, I think the Q7FN makes more sense for a whole lot more people, including gamers, as I just mentioned. Why? Well, the full array local dimming on the Q9FN gets you better black uniformity and better contrast overall. You get inkier blacks and slightly brighter whites and colors. But the Q7FN gets you 95% of the way there, and it's just a dazzling TV in its own right. The Q9FN's peak brightness in real HDR situations does outpunch the Q7FN, but that to me is only meaningful in rooms with a good amount of ambient light, and like I just said, the Q9FN actually shows its advantages in a dark room. When watching in a dim to average lit room, the Q7FN is plenty bright enough, both for SDR and HDR viewing. The off-axis viewing is better than prior QLED TVs and close to the Q9FN, but still, on angle is where you want to sit with this TV for the best picture. It's not OLED, so it's going to fade out off to the side. You will see some color shift and screen uniformity takes a hit. But once we step back from those nitty-gritty details and take in the Q7FN's picture, it gets remarkably close to delivering the stunning experience that we got from the Q9FN. Color saturation, color volume, and color temperature, all very good out of the box in movie mode. A little better than the Q9FN actually, and professional calibration will have it standing toe-to-toe with the Q9FN. HDR content looks excellent, SDR content looks freaking great as well, and the 720p and 1080p upscaling on this TV look very good too. The only TVs I've evaluated that really compare right now at this price point are the Sony X900F and the Vizio P series. The Vizio has really competitive picture quality. I mean, it's an outstanding looking TV, but I don't care for its user interface, and that's where the Samsung wins. Between the Smart TV interface and the One Connect box and all those gaming friendly features, the Samsung flat out wins, no matter how much more expensive it is. Compared to the Sony X900F, same story. The Sony's picture quality is very competitive. I actually like it a little bit more, but the overall user experience is better on the Samsung, and I think that counts for a lot. So are there any hidden downsides to the Samsung Q7FN? I haven't found a whole lot. We have seen some screen uniformity problems. You'll notice that the very far left and right edges of this TV are a little bit dimmer than the rest of the TV. That's not something that you notice outside of really bright scenes, but it is there. And if you want a perfectly uniform picture, well, you're gonna have to roll the dice and hope that you get a really great panel. Unfortunately, the panel lottery is kind of a thing with LCD televisions, but I will say that Samsung does a really good job with quality control, so chances are you're gonna get a solid TV. All right, that was a lot, so let me condense it down a little bit. The Samsung Q7FN may be an edge-lit TV, but I'll tell you, it gets you like 95% of the way to the Samsung Q9FN, and at a much lower price. I'm excited that more people can have access to premium picture quality like this. Compared to the Sony X900F and the Vizio P series, Samsung wins out on user interface alone. You can say a lot of great things about the competition's picture quality, but in the end, this is the package deal, and I think it's a better option for most people, especially with the One Connect box and the One Connect cable and all those gaming-friendly features. So in the end, I'm gonna have to call this one of Samsung's best picks for 2018. If you're looking for the best picture quality and the best user experience for your money, this is it right here. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you dug the video, hit the thumbs up, hit that like button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down, I can take it. Leave a comment below either way. Check out these 2 videos that we picked just for you and visit digitaltrends.com for the latest tech news and reviews.